3 steps to bring up any legging muscle group. This is the video that I wish I would have made, or actually not made, I wish I would have researched and came across years ago, because I don't care who you are, unless you are a Mr. Olympia winner, everybody has legging muscle groups, and I had to really dig deep and analyze what would be the perfect system that could help any guy bring up any legging muscle group. I did a couple hours of research on this, and I put a lot of time into it, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. So the first step is you have to research the anatomy of that muscle group, and here's what you guys are going to find out. The more research that you do, the more you don't know about training. So I came across 3 things just in the last couple weeks that I'd never really heard before in my entire life. Number 1, obviously you guys know if you follow the channel, I'm going to be doing a complete series on biceps and triceps. My arms have always been a legging muscle group. Now, to work the biceps, understanding the anatomy of the biceps, you realize that from a fully stretched position, you're gonna have more intense contractions. So doing an exercise like the 45-degree incline curls with my arms stretched all the way back here, and I'm in a fully contracted position, or fully stretched position, and then I contract, I'm able to hit the biceps in a much different way than I had in my previous 10 years of training. That simple switch alone. And then 2 other big changes to my arm training allowed me to basically get a better arm workout today than I have in like my entire life. So number 1, for instance with biceps, understanding that the long head right here, you can really hit the long head better by curling this almost your pointed finger above your thumb right here. So instead of like doing hammer curls like I was doing for years, just that simple twist right here and bringing this up and above my thumb and above my wrist is able to isolate the long head of the biceps so much better. Now, another simple switch is working out the long head, just keeping that elbow nice and tight in, understanding that the anatomy of the bicep, the anatomy of the long head, you're gonna work it better from a position where your hands are closer. So keeping that elbow in and that contraction, I'm able to isolate the long head of the biceps with those 3 things better than I ever have in my entire life. And this applies to any single muscle group. I'm gonna be doing a video on specifically how to bring up any single legging muscle group, just kind of like I'm doing arms right now. I'm showing you those 3 switches. So make sure you guys subscribe and turn on notifications if this is your first time on the channel. But the devil is in the details with every single muscle group. My big takeaway with this is try new exercises, because everyone's anatomy is a little bit different. I have really long arms. It's really hard for me to contract my triceps, so I have to do really unique exercises. So try a ton of different exercises. Do research, think outside the box, go through exercise directories. I'm trying to do a good job of giving you guys a ton of really unique exercises that you've never done for every single muscle group. So try them out. You might love some, you might not like others, but it's all about what works best for you. So try out a ton of new exercises. So write down on your workout log maybe 5 to 7 new exercises or your favorite exercises for that muscle group. And then what I want you to do over the next 8 weeks is I want you to track all of these lifts. So maybe pick a regimen that you can do twice per week, and I want you to track your time under tension for some of them. So like the shapers, say you're doing arms, or say you're even doing chest, like the shaper exercises, like say the low cable fly, the dumbbell pullover, things like that. I want you to track the weight and the time under tension. Every single workout, I want you to improve on the time under tension with the same weight, or I want you to have the same time under tension with like 2.5 or 5 pounds more. So this is gonna put more metabolic stress on the muscle group, which is one of the 3 main ways a muscle grows. Now the other way that it grows is basically getting it stronger, having more mechanical overload on that muscle group. So the second thing I want you to track is your strength with progressive overload on all the key lifts for that muscle group. So if you're doing bench press, you're trying to bring up your chest, or you're doing like incline bench because you want to hit that upper chest. Say you do 225 for 5 reps. The next workout, you're gonna see that in your workout log, and you are going to channel your Terminator-like focus, and you're gonna hit 6 reps, 7 reps, always striving to improve by 1 or 2 repetitions or 5 pounds. I want you guys to do that with every single one of your leggy muscle group workouts over the course of 8 weeks. And the combination of the new exercises, tracking the metabolic stress and improving on it, tracking the progressive overload and improving on it, there is no way in hell you are not going to bring up that leggy muscle group. Number 3, last but not least, if you saw my chest workout where I was explaining the feeder workouts, I want you to do feeder workouts for that leggy muscle group. Now, this is my favorite tip of all time from Rich Piana, and it makes perfect sense because the more fresh blood and oxygen and nutrients you pump into a muscle, the more it's going to signal it to grow. So for instance, if you're doing biceps, you're going to do 3 sets every single night, maybe like within an hour of bedtime of 50 repetitions, short rest time. You could even do like isometrics and body weight, like squeezing and pumping, just whatever gives you a pump, whatever brings in fresh blood and oxygen into that muscle group. And I recommend getting resistance bands. So you could do, for instance, like resistance bands chest right here. You could do arms, you could do shoulders, you could do like kickbacks. So if you do the combination of resistance bands and isometrics is going to be all you need to do feeder workouts every single night. So the main thing is, the day after you train that muscle group, I want you to do 3 sets in the 30 to 50 rep range. Just pump blood and oxygen, ideally within an hour before bedtime, and feel free to even add more volume to this. Maybe do it earlier in the day, maybe do it 2 to 3 times a day, whatever you guys feel comfortable with, but continue to pump fresh blood and oxygen and nutrients into that leggy muscle group throughout the course of the 8 weeks, and you guys are gonna have amazing success bringing it up.
Halloween pre-sale. Can you handle the world's strongest? Most maximum dose pre-workout. 40% off pre-sale. It will arrive on your doorstep along with the trick-or-treaters on Halloween night. Link in description. Grab it for 40% off while you can. Make sure you subscribe. Join the superhuman family. We got videos 5 times per week helping you look sexy and get the body of your dreams. Wait, if you haven't seen my last 2 videos, make sure you check them out right here. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below, and I will see you on my next video tomorrow.